Dear students, welcome to our data structure and algorithm lab. Okay, so in this video series, we will do all types of data structure and algorithm lab. And today's topic is implementation of array operation. Okay, so in this tutorial, we will do few C programs on array. Okay, so before starting, I want to introduce myself. My name is Niladri Shekhar Paul. I'm working as an assistant professor at Computer Science and Engineering Department at Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. The college is under GIS Group Educational Initiative and it is situated at Badal. Okay, so let's do our first program. So our first program is to take five values from the user and store them in an array. Okay, so in this program we will take five values from the user and store them in an array. Okay, so let's do this program. So this is our C editor. Okay, we'll go to the file, new. This is the source file. Okay, so first we'll take the hash include statement. These are the header files. Hash include stdio.h. Okay, so this is the header file. Next we'll take another header file, hash include canaio.h. Okay, next we will take int main. This is the main function of C program. Any C program will start executing from this main function. Okay, and stdio.h and canaio.h basically are the header files. All we have the library functions like printf, scanf. These are defined within this header files. Okay, so we'll first take the array int arr5 as we have given to store five elements in an array. Okay, so this is int arr5 and this is I variable. Okay, so next printf /n, enter the elements of array. Okay, so here we will take a for loop for I equals to 1, I less than equals to 5 and I plus plus. Okay, that means the value of I will start from 1 and will continue up to 5, and each time it will be incremented by 1. Okay, so it is printf /n, enter %d element. Okay, so comma I. Okay, so /n enter %d element. Okay, so when the value of I will be 1, it will just print enter first one element, that is first element. Next the value of I will be 2, then it will print enter 2 element, that means second element. Okay, so like this it will continue up to 5. Okay, now we will take the values, okay, of the array. So scanf within double quotation %d comma ampersand arr icon. Okay, that means when the value of I will be 1, okay, it will store the value of the array at arr1. Okay, so it is the index value. Okay, next the value of I will be 2. Okay, so another element will be stored at arr2 position. Okay, next the value of I will be 3 and that element will be stored in arr3 position. Okay, next the value of I will be 4 and it will be stored at arr4 position. Okay, next the value of I will be 5 and it will be stored at 5th arr5 element. Okay, so We have taken all the elements in the array. Now we'll print them. Okay. So here I am the printf statement slash n displaying the elements. Okay. And we have to take and again the for loop because we have to print all the values from ARR1 to ARR5. Okay. So for that we will need the for loop. So for I equals to 1, I less than equals to 5, and then I plus plus. Okay. So here we will do a printf statement. Okay. Slash n. So the element in position percent d is percentage d. Okay. So here I and here ARR. Okay. So here is a for loop for I equals to 1, I less than 5, I plus plus. Okay. Printf, within printf, the element in position percent d is percent d. Okay. So in this percent d, the first there is 2% d here in this line printf statement. The first percent d, the value of I will be printed, and in the second percent d, the value of ARR I will be printed. Okay. So when the value of I will be 1, then the element in position 1 will be printed, that is ARR1. When the value of I will is 2, then the element in the position 2, that is ARR2, will be printed. Okay. When the value of I is 3, then the element at position 3, that is ARR3, will be printed. And when the value of I is 4, then the element at position 4 will be printed, ARR4 will be printed. And when the value of I will be 5, then the value at ARR5 will be printed. Okay. So these are the different elements. Okay. Will be printed. Okay. So let's save the program. File, save as. Okay. So I'm saving it in my PC. We drive. Here is a data structure lab. So this is 1.c. Okay, this is the first program, that is why I am writing it is 1.c. Okay, so I'm saving this here. Okay, now we'll go to execute, and first we'll compile to check whether there is an error is or not. Okay, so as you can see that there is no errors. Okay, so we can now execute it. Okay, so to check whether is there any error or not, syntax error, we will compile it. Okay, so now we'll run it. Okay, so enter the elements of array. Suppose this is 4, second element it is suppose 6, third element it is suppose 9, fourth element is 3, suppose fifth element is 1. Okay, as you can see all the element has been printed. Okay, so this is the C program. Okay, to take 5 integers through keyboard. Okay, and store them in the array and print them. Okay, hope you have understood it. Okay, so this is the program. Okay. So let's move to our next program. So in our next program, we have to find out the average of all the elements in an array. Okay. So in this program, we will find out the array or average of all the elements in the array. Okay. So let's do that program. So I will first take the hash include statement. As you know, this is the stdio.h. This is the basically the header files. Okay, header files are used because all the elements, library functions, printf, scanf are stored within this header files. Okay. Next, we will take another header file, that is kanaya.h. This is console input output. Kanaya.h means console input output, and stdio.h means standard input output. Okay. Next, we will take our the main function, that is int main. Okay. So any C program will start executing from this main function. Okay. Now we take the variables. Okay. So for that, the array is int arr. Suppose I am taking 10. Okay. Next, n is the number of elements in the array. Okay. Next, we will take where the variable is I. Okay. Now this is the float sum equals to 0, and we will take another, that is avg. Okay. So sum is basically stored the summation of all the elements of the array, and the average will store the average value of all the elements of an array. Okay. So let's first we'll take the printf statement /n, enter the number of elements in array. Okay. So how many elements are there, we have to take. Okay. So scanf percentage d from ampersand n. Okay. So we enter the number of elements in array. Okay. So how many elements will be there in the array? Okay. So scanf percent d comma ampersand n. Okay. Next, we will take the elements of the array. Okay. Here is printf /n, enter the elements of array. Okay. So we will now take the elements of the array. Okay. So in the previous printf, we have taken how many elements will be there in the array. Okay. So now in this printf statement, we will take how, or we will display how many, all the elements of the array. Okay. So for that, we will take the for loop as we have seen in our earlier program. So I equals to 1, I less than equals to n, I plus plus. Okay. So here is the second bracket. We'll take printf /n, enter the percent d element. Okay. That is I. Scanf percentage f comma ampersand arr. Sorry, this will be percentage d ampersand arr I. Okay. So all the elements of the array has been taken. Okay. Now we'll do the summation part. Okay. So for that you have to take again the for loop. So for I equals to n, I less than equals to n, I plus plus. Okay. We can add this one in this loop also, but I am just, as you are all the beginning of this program. Okay. So that is why I am doing it in separate for loop. Okay. So sum will be sum plus ai. Okay. Sum will be sum plus ai. Okay. So sum has been done. Okay. We can print it now. So printf slash n, the sum of all the element is percentage f comma sum. Okay. So the summation of all the elements has been done. Now we'll do the average. Okay, so the average will be sum divided by n. Okay, sum is the summation and n is the total number of elements. Okay, now we'll print the average. Print it slash n, the average of all the elements is percentage f. We have taken here float because the value of the, sorry, average, the value of the sum, or basically the average, can be in decimal. Okay, that is why you have taken. Basically, the sum will be integer. Okay, as all the elements of the array has been taken as integer. Okay, why I am doing sum as integer? Because all the elements of the array are integer. Okay, so obviously the sum will be an integer. But float can be a float average value. Okay, sorry, average can be a float. So here we can do integer percentage. Okay, so this is the average. Okay, so let's save the program first. Save as, saving it as 2.c. Okay, first run the program, then we are discussing it. Okay, first we'll check whether there is an error or not. Okay, there is an error. So what is the error? Okay, it will be basically ARR. Okay, let's again save the program and compile it. Okay, so as you can see, there are 0 errors. Okay, now we can execute it. Okay, so the number of elements, suppose it is 4. The first element is suppose 5. Second element is 10. 10 is 15. Third element is 15. Fourth element is 20. So as you can see, the sum is 50. Okay, and but there is an error in the average. Okay, as you can see that the 15, 30, 50. Okay, so 50 by 4 will be 12.5. Okay, but here it is 12. Okay, so let's check what are the errors. Okay, why it is not coming. Okay, so sum is here. Average is equal to sum by n. Okay, so let's do one thing, that is sum equals to float sum. Okay, converting it to now let's see what happens. Okay, execute, compile and run. So do one thing, you make the sum as float, okay? It will be easier. Okay? So I'm saving it. Okay? So execute it. So the number of elements is suppose 4. Elements are 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay? So the result is 12.5 now. Okay? So this is the output of this program. Okay? So let's take the program. Okay? So these are the integer declaration. This is the elements, number of elements of the array has been taken. Next, the enter of all the elements of the array has been taken. Okay. Next, in a separate loop, we have did it the summation. Okay. We can also do it here also, but I am doing it because it will be easier to understand all of you. Okay, how the summation is doing. Okay. So when for of at first the value of sum is 0. Okay. So when I equals to 1, that means ARR I, that is ARR 1. Okay. So sum plus ARR 1. So previous sum was 0. Okay. So it is now 0 plus ARR 1. That means sum is now ARR 1. Okay. Next the value of I will be 2. Okay. So next what will be the value of ARR sum? That is previous sum was ARR 1 and now I is 2. So it will be ARR 2. So ARR 1 plus ARR 2. Okay. So next the value of I will be 3. Okay. So previous sum was ARR 1 plus ARR 2 and with it ARR 3 will be added. Okay. So ARR 1 plus ARR 2 plus ARR 3. Okay. So this is how it will work. Okay. After that we have print the sum and we have did the average. Okay. So the formula of average is summation by total number of elements here, and here the total number of elements is n. Okay. So this is how we have find out the average. Okay. So hope you have understood these two programs. Okay. So students, this was the two programs. First one was to find out to take 5 values from the user and store them in an array, and the next program was to program to find the average of the elements of the array. Okay, so hope you have understood it. Okay, so students, hope you have understood the first practical class. Okay, I have also attached the programs in a Word file or in PDF. Okay, you can also check from there. Okay, if you have any doubt, any query, you can write on the digital in our comment section, or you can like my Facebook page at Digital Classroom Niladripal, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. So students, thank you for now. See you in the next video tutorial.